What kinds of work did you do?
Hmm. My job there, I was an intern. So what I did was I helped other workers. I always asked if they needed me to do something or if they had anything for me that day. Um, so I did filing. I did some typing, some admin kind of typing. Some things on the computer, not a lot, but yeah.
That sounds like a really great experience. What about the people you worked with? Tell me about them.
I worked with other deaf people, and we had an interpreter there. And so she also was able to help a woman, with communicating on the phone.
So, do you hope to work with deaf people in the future? Or do you plan to work with hearing people?
Well, I'm not going to pick specifically between deaf or hearing people. I'll work with both. I don't know which one, but I want to work in the area of graphic art with computers.
Oh, really? Why are you interested in graphic arts?
Oh, I really like computers. I really like computer art. There's so many different things you can do with it. You can make all kinds of things. You can make calendars or lots of different things.
Great! Have you designed those materials yourself?
Hmm. I've heard some people have made some of those things. I haven't yet, but I'm sure I would be able to try one day in the future. But yeah, I've made a calendar before. Calendars are easy to make. You just create the background, the design, and mm, yeah, I mean, it's kind of normal. We use, you start with it blank. I use PageMaker or Photoshop. You can use whatever you want to make it.
Sabrina, you are quite a remarkable young lady. You're involved in many activities, you have an optimistic attitude, and you have some clear goals for your future. Do you have a role model who's helped shape your life?
Hmm. I don't really have a role model. Um, I think everyone is my role model. There's not one specific person. If I had to pick someone, it would be my family, my friends, my parents.
What an interesting response! How are these people role models?
Mm. They help me solve my problems. They help me with things that I need help with. And I listen to what they have to say.
You really seem to respect people close to you. That's great. Do you consider yourself a role model?
Mm, yeah, I think maybe I am. I think for some other people, I'm a role model. I help others solve their issues and I talk and listen to other people. I'm a good friend.
That's a really mature behavior. How did you work to help solve the problems? What kinds of problems have you faced?
Huh. Some of the issues are, um, trying to help people calm down, talking with them, through their problems with them, and, letting them know that there's multiple different ways to solve issues. But it really depends on the situation. Some problems, there's specific things that won't work, so you have to try a different way.
Tell me about a specific problem and how you'd work with someone to solve it.
For example, if someone's depressed or someone has died in a friend's family, I would try to calm them down, you know, not let them be alone, make sure that they had someone to talk to, that they knew they could come to me and talk, and let them know that they're going to be okay.
Yeah, helping people talk about what's bothering them is really helpful. What's an example of another problem you've helped solve?
Something else. So one of my friends, maybe let's say they had a fight with another friend, but I like them both, and so I say, come on, if you're refusing to talk with each other, I can try and help them get together to communicate better, and then maybe they'll be able to successfully talk with each other and work it out.
Wow, you seem to have a special gift for problem solving. Have you considered a career as a psychologist?
No, I've never thought about that.
Well, I'm sure you'll choose a fulfilling career. Is there any famous person who's had an impact on your life? A favorite deaf person, perhaps?
Hmm. Favorite deaf person? A famous deaf person? Hmm. I don't really have one, but I like Marlee Matlin. She's like me. We almost grew up in the same way. We had a lot of the same issues, struggled with a lot of the same things, tried to involve ourselves in the hearing world, tried to express ourselves with our voice, but we figured out that we didn't have to. That's the same experience for both of us.
That's interesting. Tell me more about how your lives are similar.
Hmm. Mm, well, we're both deaf. Marlee's deaf and I'm deaf. Um, we've tried to really get involved in the hearing world and try to work it out and express our feelings. Um, Sometimes we use vocal expression, sometimes we don't.
Hmm, what are some ways you try to fit into the hearing world?
Um, I've tried to learn to voice some things so I could fit into the hearing world. I did learn from an oral teacher. My parents also helped me learn how to voice, and so I fit in pretty well. I enjoy voicing or speaking for myself sometimes. Sometimes I voice because I feel like it. And sometimes my throat hurts and I can't really voice. It's hard, but
When do you want to use your voice?
Okay, so the situations I voice in, they depend, you know. Um, if it's going to make me suffer, I don't want to do it. But there are situations that you need to use your voice sometimes to be able to communicate with hearing people, um, you know, and teachers that maybe don't know sign language.
Is there a situation when you don't want to use your voice?
In restaurants, I write. I don't use my voice there because my voice is not always understood by hearing people. So